When it comes to extending life and improving health, many people imagine dramatic overhauls, strict diets, intense exercise regimens, or expensive biohacking routines. But emerging science tells a different story, one that's far more approachable and empowering. It turns out that small, consistent lifestyle changes, simple tweaks to daily routines, can add meaningful years to your life. In fact, some of the most compelling evidence now suggests that the cumulative impact of tiny, sustainable habits may outweigh the effects of radical but short-lived transformations. Short-term intervention studies have begun to paint a hopeful picture of what's possible when individuals make modest improvements to their diet, movement, sleep, and emotional well-being. One notable example is the 3-year health checklist pilot, in which participants were not asked to follow rigid protocols or adopt extreme behaviors. Instead, they received gentle, personalized reminders and made low-effort adjustments, such as drinking more water, walking 20 minutes a day, sleeping on a more regular schedule, or increasing their intake of fruits and vegetables by a few servings each week. The results were striking. Over time, participants experienced significant improvements in metabolic markers, reductions in blood pressure, and even better mood and cognitive function. These results are consistent with findings from multiple studies showing that modest changes in physical activity levels, such as moving from being sedentary to walking 30 minutes a day, can reduce all-cause mortality risk by up to 20 to 30%. This isn't Olympic-level training, it's walking the dog or choosing stairs over the elevator. Similarly, small shifts in nutrition, like cutting back on sugary beverages or replacing processed snacks with nuts or legumes, can improve insulin sensitivity and lipid profiles in just weeks, with sustained benefits over months and years. What makes these tweaks powerful isn't their intensity, but their consistency. The human body thrives on rhythm and moderation. It responds not only to what we do, but to how regularly we do it. When healthy actions become daily habits, even if small, they influence everything from inflammation levels to hormone balance to cellular repair. For example, studies have shown that regular, short bouts of meditation, just 5 to 10 minutes a day, can lower cortisol levels, boost immune response, and improve emotional resilience. Sleep hygiene practices like dimming lights in the evening or avoiding screens an hour before bed have been linked to better melatonin production and deeper, more restorative sleep. These small actions don't require much effort, but over time, they create an internal environment more conducive to longevity. Perhaps most importantly, small changes are more likely to stick. Behavioral science tells us that humans struggle to maintain radical shifts, especially when motivation wanes. But micro-habits are easier to integrate into busy lives and less likely to provoke resistance or burnout. When people feel successful in one small domain, like drinking more water or stretching for 5 minutes in the morning, they often build confidence and momentum to add more positive behaviors. It's a ripple effect. Health begets health. This is also where the science of compounding comes into play. While a single tweak might yield a modest benefit, multiple small changes working together, over time, can produce exponential results. Imagine someone who starts sleeping 30 minutes earlier, swaps out one sugary snack a day, and takes 2 brief walks instead of 1. None of these actions seem dramatic on their own. But over 3 years, they add up to thousands of hours of better sleep, hundreds of healthier meals, and miles of movement, each reinforcing the others and gradually recalibrating the body's metabolism, brain chemistry, and stress response. What's encouraging is that this approach democratizes health. You don't need expensive supplements, elite trainers, or perfect genetics to age well. You just need small, deliberate actions repeated over time. The research suggests that this strategy may be especially effective in midlife, when the cumulative effects of poor habits begin to show but the body still retains strong capacity for repair. In long-living populations, these micro-habits are built into daily routines, shared meals, natural movement, social connection, not enforced as separate wellness goals. That's a powerful lesson. Longevity is not always about doing more. Often, it's about doing a few small things every day with care. In the end, adding years to your life and life to your years may come down not to giant resolutions but to gentle shifts, standing up a bit more, laughing a bit more often, sleeping a bit more soundly, and eating just a little more color on your plate. With consistency, those bits become a better life. Not later, now.